Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Luma 10 light large crystal rectangular pendant. This is the 131201. There's also a few other versions of this. There's a singular one that's under kitchen pendants. There's also a circular one that has them kind of staggered coming down. That's under dining pendants. Check those all out. They're all pretty cool. Let's get into the size of the fixture body itself, and we're going to talk about the individual ones first before we talk about all of them together. So you're talking 11.5 inches high, and the width on this is coming in at 4 inches. So you've got 4 inches across, and you've got 11.5 inches up. When you add all of these up, and you've got 10 of them, now you have 11.5 inches high, 8.5 inches wide, 44.5 inches long left to right. So it's a good sized fixture. Overall height, now you're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself. And you can see on the pull down menu up there that you've got a couple different ranges to go with. So the shortest is called standard, and that's 16 inches to 80. Long is going to be 16 inches to 130. If you need this to be longer than the long, drop a quick email and just say that you're looking at the 131201 and you need it to be longer. And then tell me what that longer is, and we basically can do a custom to get you what you need to be up to a certain point. If you're going to be using this on a sloped ceiling, drop me a quick email so I can see what you're up to, and I can just check in with Hubbardton Forge to make sure it's going to work out for you, okay? So let's get into a couple other things. Let's talk about this amazing piece of crystal. So Hubbardton really goes out of their way to source the most incredible pieces of crystal and glass from all over the world. This is hand-cut optical crystal, okay? And you can, I don't know if you can see it, it does have a hole through it because you've got to put the socket in, obviously, but it's incredibly thick and all hand-cut and beautiful polished facets, fire-polished hand-cut facets, and it's substantial. I mean, we're talking, this is a big hunk of crystal. It's like something out of a Superman movie. Great piece. Moving on from there, let's talk about what's inside of this. So this is going to be a low voltage LED only, no halogen in this. G4 4-watt max in each of these, so a lot to go on with that, right? So you've got a G4 socket that's in the picture next to me. It's a small socket with two little holes in it. It's going to accept the G4 bulbs, which are now next to me, and they have two little prongs on the bottom, and they just plug right in. They're easy to get. I get mine on Amazon. Just it's the best place to go for these kind of things. Just in that search bar at the top, put in G4 LED bulb, and up will pop a big page of all of these bulbs that you can look at. They look kind of different, as you can see right there. You have different wattages, so the max wattage you can use in this is going to be 4 watts in each of these, and you've got 10, don't forget, so that's quite a bit. A 4-watt G4 LED is the equivalent of a 40-watt halogen. It throws out a ton of light. And you'll see you can also go down to a 1.5-watt LED version of this bulb too, G4. That is the equivalent of a 20 watt. So, and you'll see there's a 2 and a 3 in the middle of there. So whatever you guys want is what you guys want. So it's a dimmable fixture. So if you want to go for the 4s, just go for the 4, and you can always dim it down. Okay. On that, there's also a little bit more to go with that. That's going to be the color of the light coming out of that. I talk about it all the time with LEDs. You get to choose the color of your light. On this one, you're going to be able to choose 2700 Kelvin on those bulbs. You'll see it all kind of written up there, up to 3000 Kelvin. So 2700 Kelvin is the yellowish warmth of an incandescent bulb that's been dimmed down a little bit. That's very warm. 3000 Kelvin is the light that's coming down on my hands, and that's considered warm white. So I like them both. And in this circumstance, with this incredible piece of glass, I would probably want to do the 2700 Kelvin, only because I think it would look like almost like candlelight coming out of this. I think it'd be pretty cool. Okay, let's move on to the canopy, and that's going to be really important to get you guys up to speed on that. Canopy is 44.5 by 8.5, and it's about this thick. It contains a driver and a transformer. Remember, this is a low voltage fixture, so it's going to transform your line voltage in your house down to low voltage. You can touch all those cables, and there's no problem at all. Those cables are going to be going up into what are called grippers. It's exactly what it sounds like. So up on that canopy, those little silver dots are grippers, and you're going to be feeding that cable into the gripper, and it won't be able to come back down again. It locks it in once you go in. If you do want to lower it, the trick is you use your thumbnail, you push the gripper in, it unlocks it so you can back that cable back out without a problem. Just make sure you have everything where you want it to be before you cut any wires. And I want to show you more about that canopy, and the way to do it is to look at the installations instruction sheets which come with this, but now you can see them before you get it. On the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on this side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a lot of great information. It's going to show you a full parts list, which includes this. This is a retaining ring tube, because what's going to hold the glass onto the fixture body part down below is going to be a brass retaining ring, basically. And this fits in this flared end. It's got little notches in it, and it basically just pushes in without a problem. You have to kind of line them up like that. And you're going to be using this as a proxy for your hand getting into that piece of glass. So basically you're going to be turning it to the right and just getting it on there. Once it's on, you're just going to take the tool out and you're going to put it into a junk drawer someplace and hold on to it. But that's what this is all about. Okay. More on, let's see, okay, back to our installations instructions. So it's going to show you all those wires are going to be feeding up into that canopy, making all their connections there. Very important to, like I said, don't cut any wires until you get everything where you want it to be. Back to our canopy again. The face plate, that's the part that's on the bottom facing down, is going to be in your finish options. So it says choose a finish. It's going to be for that face plate. Also little parts inside of the glass. The cables are always kind of a steely gray. That doesn't change. The can of the canopy, that's the sides of it, right, that are touching the ceiling, that's always going to be in black. So just one more detail that you guys should know. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I'll walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.